Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moments with Me, the show where I talk about my personal experiences and my life stories. All right, everyone, welcome back for another great episode. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about something that I sort of touch upon in other episodes, but I kind of figured maybe I could do an episode that's more focused on it, And it's pretty much going to be me giving advice to any filmmakers out there that are listening to this episode. And real quick, I want to say that Scratch is coming out May 22nd. So make sure you guys subscribe to my Heinrich Films channel so you can be ready for when that movie comes out. And with that being said, let's get straight into it. So, really, the number one advice that I can give to any filmmakers out there is just do it. Like, I know in the last episode I said, just do it. But you really just got to do it. Like, just go and make something. Go and do something. And I know that sounds really weird or like, duh, Dylan. Of course I would go and do something. That's what I'm trying to do. And yeah, I get it. But there's a lot of people that will sit on an idea for a while or they keep talking about doing some big project, but they don't do it. They don't do it and then it ends up getting shelved. In fact, I was actually in a movie I was acting in a movie a long time ago, and I was waiting for the call back to keep acting in it, and well, I think the movie was silently canceled, unfortunately, and it bummed me out because I really wanted him to bring his vision to life, and and it sucks, but that's just the way it is, unfortunately. So my suggestion to any filmmakers that are aspiring to be big and everything, and look, I don't want to discourage that like some of the other teachers out there, but I want to say start small for now. Start small and build your filmmaking skills. That's the best advice that I can give because I had a time where I was starting off with making small projects, microfilms, short films, whatever it may be. I was trying to build my filmmaking skills so then I could make my eventual feature film. Because if anything, you want to make mistakes on these tiny projects. You don't want to make a mistake on your big movie. And not only that, but when you're jumping into, let's just say, doing a feature film after not doing any movies, it can be really overwhelming. And just to give you guys an idea, I've done numerous microfilms, short films, everything. And I got overwhelmed making my feature film, but I still had the determination to do it because I knew I could do it because I've done it before. So that's what I suggest to anyone is start small, work your way up. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give. And the other one is a simple one, but it's to get as much feedback as you can. Get as much feedback as you can for your movies because feedback helps you. And that's why when I release my films, I really try to urge people to give me feedback because, well, without the feedback, I can't really improve. I can't really know what I'm doing right or wrong. And a lot of people also will watch a lot of stuff, right? Like, because this is something that I talked about in a few episodes ago, where basically they consume more than they put out. And I think that you need to have a healthy balance of consuming movies and putting out movies. Because there's some people that, consume way too much, but they don't make anything. And they talk about how passionate they are with filmmaking and that sort of thing, but they don't go out and make movies. So, my other piece of advice would be to simply, yes, consume. Like, I don't want to say don't consume, but like consume and create. Find that balance. Like, if let's just say if you watch a movie and let's just say it inspires you to make some horror film, go and make that movie. Go and make that happen. And if you have never made a movie before, my advice, again, like I was saying, with starting small, start with movies that are no more than a minute long. Not only is it really quick to film, but you also get to think creatively with that short amount of time. What kind of story can I tell? Which actually, I will tell you that right now. So basically, with doing a film a minute or less, what you got to do is you got to have a character, you got to establish their problem, and they got to take action to solve the problem, and they either succeed or they fail. It's such an easy outline, such an easy thing to work with, and that's what you use to make your microfilms. So start with microfilms because they're the easiest thing you can do. Because I know that people have busy schedules and all that stuff, but you can make time for a 1 minute film. You can make the time. I have a busy life and I still make time for these things. So you can too. And by the way, I gotta say too that a lot of this advice that I got was from D. for Darius, who is a great filmmaking teacher. So I would highly recommend him. I'll probably even put his channel in the description because I learned a lot from D. for Darius, and you can too because he can say things a little better than I can. But yeah, I would definitely recommend D. for Darius because he taught me a lot of what I know. And I guess as a final note, I just want to leave you guys with I believe in you guys. I think you can create something magnificent, something awesome. Being creative, getting to put ourselves into projects is something that's so therapeutic, but also really fun to do. So I really do recommend creating. Make sure you create, put your stuff out there because it's worth seeing. It's worth seeing and it's worth practicing because once you perfect it, you're all good. Well, actually, let me just add to that real quick and say that the other thing that I forgot to say is a lot of people also like to be perfectionists, which look, it's a good quality to have, but sometimes people have way too much perfectionism. So, my other thing that I'll say as a final note is fail. And I know that sounds really weird, but if you fail, you learn from it, right? And if you that's really the best thing I can say is yeah, like that's why I've been saying make those movies even if they're bad. Just make them. And the reason why I say that is because failure is how you learn to be better. And that goes in life too. So what I really suggest is make those movies, make those mistakes, learn from those mistakes so you can be the best that you can be and put out those stories that you want to tell. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time that I have for this episode. So if you liked it, please make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're a filmmaker, I wish you the best and I really hope that you bring out the best in your project and get all the practice you need and everything. I really hope that you get to bring your vision to life. Also, make sure you check out Scratch, coming on May 22nd to my film channel, Heinrich Films, link in the description. With all that being said, guys, I'll talk to you next time.